it is. I just want to make sure that we're connected to the YouTube. Give me a second.
Are we going to be able to see their questions?
Yeah, you should be able to see them to the side.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and get the link, and then I'm going to post it on my Facebook so people come join us. Give me a second.
Okay.
Here we are. Good, we're there.
You like my haircut?
What'd you do to your hair?
I had to cut it because it was falling out.
Oh, yeah, sweetie, but be careful with that shit. Lots of protein. You know that, right?
Yep.
How you feeling, though?
Better.
Yeah?
Getting there.
I'm sure it just kicks your ass. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Post this shit real quick. This post says get out of Facebook. And we are live. We'll just give them a couple minutes to join us. You should start. Yeah, they're already popping up. You see them?
No.
How do I make you see the post? You can't see them over here?
Mm-mm.
Do you see a little thing over to the side?
It just says powered by StreamYard.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to be able to see them. I guess only I do.
It just says you're in the show.
Put your picture right here, and then we good. You're good. It's going.
Are people joining?
Yeah, there's people. There's lots of questions here. So it's good. That's what I mean. Like, can you see? You can't see them because I'm on YouTube. Let me go look on the StreamYard. Yeah, they're coming up on StreamYard. You see them all over here? You don't see them over to the
No.
side? Let me see if I don't know how to make them because they're there. Okay, so let's see here. So you can see some of them. Here we go. I'm gonna put them up. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, now I could see. Any proof?
I'm just gonna people just popping in real quick, just saying hi.
Hi, Robin.
What's going on out there, peeps? Oh, let me stand up above the damn banner. I'm squat way down low.
Hi, guys.
All right. While people are coming in, let's just say 103 people. Nice. Just say hi. Look, I was asking, how you feeling? How you feeling? How the hell am I so low? Look at this. I'm like, anyways, how you feeling? Tell me what's going on with you, sweetie, real quick. Before we get started, people, I'm just going to check on her to see how she's doing.
I'm getting there. I told you it just recently happened. So just trying to get better. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It's going to take some time. But, it is what it is. How are you? I'm so sorry about the loss of your dog.
Oh, I know, dude. You want to hear something crazy? I just got her ashes back 2 days ago. They put a little puppy paw prints on her. No, she's not a puppy. She's a doggy. Dude, I just lost my shit. I was like, I'm sorry. I love my dogs. And yeah, that was a hard thing to deal with. And then you got shithead over there fucking yelling at her dogs. I wanted to go through the screen and choke that bitch with her own eyelashes. You know what I'm talking about? Snuffleupagus. You know what I'm talking about, right? She's yelling at her dog. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, you want to hear something that really sucks is my oldest dog. This is the one I was anticipating dying. He's really super sick right now. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Gosh. It's
because
just,
I know I was so scared for you to watch that video because I was just like, oh my God, he's going to see that and it's going to, because
oh yeah, people said it to you right away. I just lost my shit. Yeah, I was like,
I was saying to Q, I was like, oh my God, I just don't want Pimpy seeing that. Like, because I knew it was going to like devastate
you have to love your pets. To me, my pets are not like animals. They're not dogs. They're family members. Do you understand that? They grow up with us. They do things with us. Anybody that loves dogs knows what I'm talking about. Cats, I have cats too. I used to. You know what I mean? My cats are cats. And I'm sad when something happens to them. They're not like my dogs. My dogs I'm really super attached with. And, it's just, yeah, for her to talk to her dogs the way she did, I was like, what a piece of shit. She's not even a. She just. I just came unglued. And I was like, I can't respond because I'm gonna just lose my shit, be really rude, and yeah. I already talk about snuffleupagus as it is. No, what the fuck is with you guys in cancer? Good lord, you know that currency, he's got cancer too. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you guys, man? I won't go to the doctors. I probably have it and don't even know because I've been having a lot of pains in my stomach and stuff. But I'm like my dad, we're too stubborn. We don't go to the doctors unless we're dying. Now I might be dying, but I don't know. Until I'm dead or damn near dying, I won't go to the doctors. It's just we're old school, you know what I mean? My dad was the same way. Um, that's just how we are. We just don't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
well, it's
yeah.
the worst. Like it's such a when you hear that word, you're just like right away, you're like, dude, like you're already thinking like I'm pretty much done. You know what I mean? Like saying goodbye and preparing, you know what I mean? Because you
Oh,
never
do you
know.
mentally feel that way? Like
Yeah.
you're dying, really?
Like,
For
yeah,
me,
because
I would
you're
just be like, yeah, it's what is. It is what it is. Because I have my own relationship with God, and I have my own understanding. I've died before, actually, and I've told people about this, so I know it's on the other side. I didn't want to come back. My son had a shit fist. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Why do I want to be back here? It sucks here. It really does." So people say, well, "How do you describe the other side?" I said, "I don't know. It's hard to describe." But then I remember the Staples or Stapletons. I don't know if you remember them. They sing a song that says, "I know a place, ain't nobody crying. I'll take you there." Remember that song? I don't know if you remember it. And I
no.
go, that lady is describing perfectly the other side. So I'm not afraid to die. Now, if somebody stuck a fucking gun in my head, it would scare the shit out of me because I'm afraid of how to die. But dying, it doesn't bother me at all. You know what I mean? I don't want to
Yeah.
drown. I don't want to be electrocuted. I don't want to be sticking a fucking gun in my head. You know what I mean? That's different. But and I'm not afraid to die. I've never been afraid to die, even since I was younger.
Yeah, it's just a scary thing, and it sucks because so many good people are, getting diagnosed with it, and it's just a terrible experience, and just everything that people are going through. Like I was saying, like this thing needs to happen because people are suffering, Pimpy. Like people are suffering, and it's really not good. Like people are losing their houses, like just everything, and it's like.
Well, the stress actually, believe it or not, adds to the cancer itself. It's like feeding it.
Yeah.
Stress. Yeah. So I did research galore. I keep saying I'm gonna do videos on this, like what people should do. You know what I mean? The types of foods you should eat. Look, it's information that I think there's one doctor named Cardwell. I don't know. People would look him up on YouTube. I'm surprised his videos are still up. He swears he can cure anybody of cancer in less than 12 days. And I was like,
Oh
what the
wow.
hell? Like
Wow.
that's his claims. So I started watching his videos and ones that are not here on other streams and other places. I was like, he's talking about, having what's that? You have a certain diet. Like I'm not talking about the keto one. I'm talking about you have to have in your water. You have to have I don't know why I can't think of the word right now, but you have to have higher levels of oh shit, what is the water? Come on, you guys, help me out in the look. I'm looking in here in the comment section. High levels of types of crap in your water, oxygen and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just unbelievable. And I was like, okay, there you go. Thank you, Kevin. Alkaline. There you go. No, I need you guys. They're the alkaline. Alkaline. High levels of alkaline. This guy was saying, look, if you increase your levels of alkaline, you starve the cancer out. And I said, okay, that's interesting. Now, this is their opinion, but I mean, like, I'm going to listen to these people. You don't
Yeah,
think?
and it's got smart water actually has smart
Yes.
water has alkaline in it, and it really helped me. And also they're saying like ivermectin, and I don't know
Yeah.
if I could say this on
I know.
YouTube, but
Yeah, we'll probably go get the boot. But the funny thing is that has a high level and that blue dye, whatever. Yeah, these are going to be in videos that I need to put on here. I don't know what they'll let me get away with and what they won't, but I'm going to give it a try because there's a lot of people out there that need to know this information, sweetie. They do, and I don't know why so many people all of a sudden are getting it unless you took the jab. I don't know.
yeah, we're not talking about that on here because we're not trying to get. But popsicles are it was definitely, I truly believe that that's what caused all of my medical issues. But
Popsicles.
yes, definitely, because I had nothing wrong with me prior to it. So, but
Our people are saying, "Hey, we want to ask questions."
yeah, let's get into it because
Yeah,
we're
free
like
me
on.
free. Look at definitely Mel Gibson and Joe Rogan show. That's one of the big ones because they just came right out and tell everybody. So this is definitely the stuff that I heard people talking about, like right here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's something that people need to do definitely more research into. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I
just
do want to do a channel dedicated to all these people's different, you know, the one is Dr. Kozłowski, the guy out of Texas, who's like the
mhm.
cure all, be all, cure all, and he's managed to do it using plasma. So it's weird. I got this thing cutting me off here. I pick my chair up. All right, so let's get into what we're supposed to talk about because I want to get sidetracked. All right, ivermectin is big. Is good. That thing is big. All right, go ahead, you guys. If you want to ask questions about the Iraqi dinar, gold, silver, the Vietnam
Yeah,
dong,
they want to know. So yes, there is facts that the military has exited Iraq.
see
And
now that's weird that you guys are hearing that because so when the leadership switched over in Syria, um, it scared the shit out of people in Iraq, including, just so you understand, including the coordinated framework. They were saying to the American soldiers, please stay because that allowed ISIS to go over there and start whipping shit up. Now the guy that's there that runs the country, he's a known terrorist. But Trump met with him. And he said, "Look, this guy's wanting to change his ways, and he's wanting to clean shit up for his people." Now it sounds good, but will they actually do it? Because this is a guy's a terrorist. You know what I mean? Trump met with him. He said, "I spoke to him. I told him, like, you're not going to do the old school ways." We're talking about Syria, just so you understand. But
yeah,
Iraq is concerned about what's going on in Syria and Damascus and all them other places too. So they have been asking the United States to stay. Um,
right. The United States has to go. And then what about this new sanction they just put on? Mr. T just put it on Iraq. Did you hear about
No,
that?
that is a shit. Let me tell you why. Because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to the United States, we really don't import a lot of shit from Iraq. Oil, which magically is exempt now, but we don't really, you know, it's nothing that Iraq should be worried about. Don't get me wrong, you don't want to have any kind of sanctions, but we really don't import a whole lot from Iraq. So in those regards, I think they're safe. There's there's really not a whole lot.
I don't think it's gonna affect anything either. I think they're still gonna do what they're
If
gonna
it does,
do.
be very small, very small. You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
like people are got all worried, like, oh my God, there's sanctions, there's sanctions. You know what I mean? But I don't. It has nothing to do with what's gonna happen in Iraq. So, in my opinion, I don't think it really matters. Truly, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about
Yeah,
it.
I just don't see anything happening. How many troops were there? There's 2,500 troops still there right now, by the way. So there's 2,500, and they're mostly there to observe and what do you want to call it? Intelligent sharing. That's all they do.
Yeah, and it's mostly the French, right?
No, they're talking about American troops. How
No,
many
I'm
American
saying,
troops?
but also what's left over there is the French
Oh, of
troops.
the foreign, yeah, the coalition. I think it's
Yeah,
only the French, yeah.
yeah. But most of the American troops are out of there. So, and Trump told them not to come. Yeah, because they keep playing games. You know what I mean? And Mr. T is not dealing with the games, and that's part of the sanctions. But like I said, in my opinion, I don't think the sanctions matter. And I
No,
don't know if you, I don't think if you, I don't know if you agree with me, pimps, but I think that like I've always thought there was some corrupt part to Sudani, and like I don't know if you agree with that, but he did come from the whole coordination framework from
yeah,
Maliki.
I did a video about it. I go, look, that was my concern when they wanted to appoint him. I was like, Al Sadani is actually friends with a lot of people for the coordinated framework. But you understand, he's been fighting with them, like fighting. They try to remove him because he wasn't doing coordinated framework shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He was
like they
doing the things for the Iraqi people. You know what I mean? That impressed me. I will say this: I did not like Al Sudani, and I was campaigning against him. But I take my words back. I did. I said, you know what? This man has done a lot for Iraq. Okay, and but he did it against the coordinating framework's wishes. Like they were so pissed they wanted to remove him. But he's the right man at the right time. He has some kind of special thing going on with Trump. So Trump already wanted to use Al Sudani as the key member over in the Middle East to keep peace in the Middle East, and I think he's the right person to do it, especially with Trump supporting him. So keep an eye on that. For us, what we really want is for them to finish that damn development road. Now, I love the whole idea about the development road, but my concern is that's such a long stretch. It really is a road, and you have to worry about whenever they get in a little piss match like they always do with one another, like somebody blowing it up or trying to hijack people to come across it and crap like that. So China is offering security on that highway. So they're going to put posts out there. So I don't know if
But
they're going to do it or not.
I still think that we're very close, and I believe that, you know what I mean, like Mr. T is gonna push this through, and like I think these new sanctions is gonna push this whole monetary reform to finally be completed. Like I still think
No,
that
Trump is supporting Al Sudani. He says, look, Trump wants to support Al Sudani. He does. He does because they spoke. But Trump has said over and over and over, it is time for the Iraqi people to be prosperous and they have to take their place once again as the lead in the Middle East. That's what they want
great.
him to
And the
do.
only way for them to take the lead is for them to get rid of that trash currency that is worthless. And you know what I mean? And give value to the currency, give value to the citizens, like purchasing power. And you know what I mean?
Says,
Um,
why do you keep posting the military? Military has not left. I know I've heard that a couple of times and me and her had this discussion. It depends on how you're looking at it. Left like in what? The 2,500 troops that are left behind, they're only there to do patrols and share intelligence, but nothing else. Now,
they're not, basically what I meant was, and which was verified for me, is that there was a lot of troops there. They have left for the most part, and they're no longer of like doing anything like like you
active
said,
duty, yeah,
active duty like that. You know what I mean? That's what it is, and that's a big clue that Iraq is gaining most of their sovereignty. That's
yeah.
why
Well,
it's
I mean, that's what that. Okay, I did a video spoke about this. Like Iraq pushing for their own sovereignty. I said, but put all bullshit aside. Can Iraq stand on their own 2 feet by themselves? Can they ward off fucking Iranian influence? Can they fight against ISIS? That's where they need to be. And I think they're there. They're very close. But again, we're talking about ideology that they're fighting against, like the whole push for Islamic. They want an Islamic state in Iraq. It's not Islamic. That's what they want there. Remember, before then, it was what was his name? Oh gosh, damn! I can see his face. He's part of the coordinating framework, the big guy in coordinating framework.
Maliki.
Yeah,
Maliki.
Malik. So he ordered the military down when ISIS came in. Ordered the military. His generals didn't forget that. They're like, he ordered us to retreat and let them just come in because he wants an Islamic state. So does Iran. Iran wants Iraq to be an Islamic state. And I was like, why is this guy even around? How does this guy have the power he does? Well, because he has supporting him Iran. But Iran is so weak right now, sweetie, so weak, and that's why even the coordinated framework saying, yeah, we might want to keep these troops around because Syria is under attack by ISIS, and you hope that the right people maintain their power. Look, let Trump do his thing. That's all I can say, and let's keep an eye on it. That poor guy is not only having to deal with shit going on around the world, but he's having to deal with attacks from our own people here. You know what I mean? I just don't understand anybody who supports the Democrats anymore. I just don't. I don't see it. It's sickening. I mean, they're so desperate right now. Their approval rating is so low that they're literally clinging onto freaking socialists as their candidates. I grew up in the 80s. If you even thought about being a communist or a socialist, you get your ass kicked. Come on, man. We had You guys, Wolverine. Remember that movie, Red Dawn? You know what I mean? We had all these movies about hate Russia, hate Russia. And then now, as a person that comes from that generation, I'm like, why are we embracing these people in our politics? You know, listening to Olhan Omar talking about, oh, what I'm doing is for the Somalian people. I'm like, what do you mean? You're an American citizen now. What do you mean I'm doing shit for the Somalian people? Do shit for the American people. But somebody has this campaign going. Before I wouldn't have supported, but I do now. And that is, from now on, anybody that belongs to politics, you have got to be an American citizen. Nobody else is in there. Because look at this shit that we're in right now with all these people pushing these progressives and, you know, communist and socialist shit. I'm like, no, I agree. American. If you're not in there to fight for the what's right for America, to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? I don't want no socialists. I don't want no communists. I don't need anything else. I want people in there who love America. Unfortunately, the Democrats, 26% of Democrats, that's what the latest poll, love and support being American. Where 96% of Republicans love America. That's terrible.
I know. Let me ask you a question. Can you
But
explain to our viewers the whole thing you were telling me about that the IQD is now paired on Forex? Can you explain that?
yeah, I mean, in order to be, and remember that,
Oh God, here we go. A question.
wait,
Sorry to
hold
interrupt
on.
you.
So just so you understand, so the IQD has always, it's been on the Forex before, so it's still paired. They're not actively trading or doing anything on the Forex, so the pairing has always been there. So they're already set up. They already got their 3-digit, which is the IQD code. They're there. They're already paired up with all the other currencies. That's never changed. What we're waiting for is for them to do what they need to do for Forex to go, okay, let's start trading now.
Actively.
Actively trading, yes. So everything is already set up. Are you doing pouty lips? Did I just see you do pouty lips? You're doing pouty lips. I saw that. What does this one say? It is
But
suggested that the dinar has revalued in Iraq. No, it is
you
not.
know, oh, can I answer that question? I'm
Go ahead.
dying to answer that question.
Answer it.
Okay, Charlie, hi. Thanks for joining. Okay, if you're talking about the fake profit, okay, and I wasn't gonna like really bring her up because she's has no importance to me whatsoever. But Pimpy, she has been telling people per her fake military sources that the IQD is revalued on Coinbase, bro. Handle Forex, okay? And that
No,
it's
but wait. In
digital.
all fairness, now on Coinbase there is active trading, but that's not the far. Look, there is IQD is trading on other platforms, but it's
But
not on the
bro, it's
Forex.
not a
The
digital
only one we
dinar.
care, the only one we care about is
It's
Forex.
not
But
the
I can't wait
digital
because I see
dinar.
some lady at Swear She's a Prophet, and she's doing a video. She goes, "Wait, what? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, God?" I was like, "Is she seriously acting like she's currently talking to God?" She's like, "Oh, I couldn't say that. Well, if I say that, that'd be teasing him." I was like, "Dude, she's acting like she's literally talking to God." And I was like, "Wow." But
She's
I
so
don't
full of
judge
shit.
because
It's
I look.
retarded.
Yeah, but I
She's
saw that. I
such
was
a
like,
liar, dude. Now she's saying that. Now that the fake military has left her, now she's saying that they got purchasing power and that they're actively bringing their money into the banks and getting digital dinar, and
"Oh my
all this
God,
stuff is happening. Doesn't she understand that once it goes all together? Like
yes."
it's gonna go on CBI, then they're gonna stop from selling the IQD, and then it's gonna go on Forex, and they're
Look,
gonna
people keep
stop.
asking, Pimpy, when is this going to happen? I said, okay, look, we all know that Iraq is pushing the digital currency, the CBDC. We don't want it, but they're pushing it. And they're setting it up now. You're not going to see any changes until they're ready to launch the CBDC. Then you're going to see them delete the zeros, in my opinion. Automatically, it's going to go to 76 cents. Start that way. Me and you were talking about the floats. There's a difference between a dirty float and a
It's
controlled
gonna
float.
be a managed float. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
managed float.
managed float.
Those are
Yeah.
both the same thing. And then a free float. It's not going to be a free float. I might be wrong, but if it does, that'd be interesting. But it's going to be managed, in my opinion, to see what happens. So if it starts off at 76 cents, I said to her, don't do shit with your dinar. Just wait. It's going to go. When people find out that it's finally going, there's going to be a buying frenzy because people are going to start spreading the word that, oh, we're all going to get rich. Okay, good. Let them. Let them do it. And they're going to push that value up. And when it gets to whatever level you feel comfortable with, sell. Sell.
Right. I mean, it could go. You don't know how much it's going to go up to. I mean, they're saying 10% a week managed float.
Man, I
Because
would love to see it go to that $3 plus where it was before, even with the deletion of the zeros. Because I look, I get over $15,000. I'm not gonna bitch about that unless all my dinar cost me less than $2,000. Now I know everybody wants, oh, Pimpy, we want to be millionaires. You better hope and pray that they don't delete the zeros. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Do I feel they're gonna do that? In my opinion, no. I might be wrong. This cross my finger. Look, people go, oh, Pimpy's just negative. No, you don't think I want to get rich like you guys? No shit. I hope they keep the zeros on there, man. Keep the zeros on there. Yeah, let's hope that happens. But realistically, if like you guys talk to a lot of you guys listen to a lot of people out there in our world. They don't know the ass from the hole in the ground. I've done more research than I care to even fucking talk about. So I understand what really happens when it comes to redenominations or revaluing the whole 9 yards. Realistically, they're going to delete the zeros and then revalue. What we want to happen is they don't delete the zeros and then revalue. That's what we want.
and I think, they're talking about they're going to be the
I
richest
would run
country.
my grandmother over on the way to the fucking bank. Just trying to, if they keep the zeros on there, like, sorry, Granny. I'll go in there, deposit my money, and take the win. You know what I mean? And then I'll see
And
you
yet,
guys in.
and people have to understand that, like I was just bringing up the Vietnamese dong and the rupaya, and I still believe the real is going to surprise everybody too. And from being told everything that I'm told, Vietnam and Indonesia are on forex currently, like active on forex at a horrible rate. But
Who the hell's Carrot Top?
Carrot Top is the fake prophet.
Oh, is it really?
I
That's her
she's
name?
ripping people. She's ripping people off so bad. People are struggling, and this idiot is remodeling. What is that called when she's doing to her house? Can somebody help me out? What is that called?
Remodeling?
No, like
I thought know what Snuffleupagus was their fake eyelashes.
all the shit to her house. Like she's changing the colors outside. I forgot what it's called,
Feng
but
Shui? No, I don't know what it's called.
I don't. Prophet said, sell quickly because the Persian rug will get pulled. Well, I believe that what he means, if I correctly understand it, that if people are not smart with the way that they handle their whole dinar, they're going to lose everything. Like,
You people are
you
gonna get
have
ripped
to be
off.
very careful. You can't worry about going to redemption centers or anything. It's a regular exchange. You go to a tier one bank with your currency, you exchange it for USD, and that's it. There's no NDAs. Nobody's going to scan you. There's no computers and phones and all this other crazy stuff. That's how people are going to get ripped off and lose their currency. And I'm not only talking about the Iraqi dinar, I'm talking about the Vietnamese
Any
dong,
currency, yeah.
yeah, Indonesian rupiah, like any currency. Like you guys got it. And none of this is financial advice, guys. Wait, we're not, financial advisors. But I will say that the smart thing to do, like this is what I'm gonna personally do, and Pimpy's an expert in this. I'm gonna diversify immediately in cryptocurrency and gold and silver. And silver is going up crazy right now, and so is gold.
Yes, yes, gold and silver. Look, I told people like get into the Iraqi stock market. A lot of them have.
ISX,
So,
yeah, too,
yeah,
because
we just wait. That's all we do. We just wait. That's forever. You can keep going. We keep it. We get dividends. Okay,
yeah,
gold and
I
silver. I
listened
tell
to
people.
you. I actually listened to you and bought shares on the ISX and made money off of it.
Yeah, that's what you
So,
want.
you know what I mean? So
It's
that's a
going
really
up.
good.
It's been
Um,
going up considerably, and that's not taken in consideration, sweetie. The Port of Fall is not open. The development road is not open. What happens once those are open? You know how many jobs are going to be there? Once people have jobs and they're able to go out there and what do? They spend money. They like, shirts. They like drinks. They go out and they eat. They invest, buy houses. You know what I mean? Shit like that because they have the ability to do that. And then some people are smart enough to invest in the stock market, which is going to drive the value of the stocks up. Somebody say,
yeah,
well,
you
what
got
happens?
it. What pimps? I've always taught, and like talking to you and talking to like my financial advisor, and people that are into banking and into different things like that. you always want to create more money off the money. So you come into wealth, you want to double your wealth. You want to create generational wealth. And by doing that, you want to invest in, like I said, gold and silver, like assets that are going to make you money, cryptocurrency, real estate, things that are going to make you money, give you generational wealth, not just, you got your money, you went out and you bought like 20 cars and this and that, and you go to Vegas like you say, and I'm not going to say exactly how you say it, but you know what I'm talking about, and
Yep.
gamble away your money or
Don't do
invest
that.
it
Yeah.
wrong. Get a good financial advisor that is a fiduciary financial advisor. Do you know what I mean? Make
Yeah.
sure you have the right team in place that is going to help you make money, make money off of your money. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just say, oh, hey, I got all this money now. I'm just going to go buy cars and buy this and buy that. Listen, don't get me wrong. I love to spend money. That's my big thing. But I also want to create generational wealth. I want to be able to make sure that my son is always going to be taken care of, like my family, like everything. Like you always want to create generational wealth. And by doing that, gold and silver is key, is big,
Yes.
big, big.
Thank
And
you.
you know and it's a hard asset. You're always going to, if an emergency happens, you're always going to be able to have that to back you up. You know what I mean? There's a bank run. What is it called, the when the bank shut down? Like my
Well, they call them
speech,
haircuts. There's all kinds of names for them, but you know what I mean. You don't want to bail in, is what it is.
at bail-in, that you have hard assets or crypto, whether you know what I mean, or gold and silver, or like or real estate even, that you can go and sell and have money for emergencies, whatever. And you always want to like create generational wealth. Like, do you
Yeah,
agree with
well,
me?
that's what I started doing with a lot of people that have going, Pimpy, gosh, I've been with you since the beginning. I've been buying tons of, especially Monica, her and her kids. She's my favorite story. I was going to bring her on, but she said when we started talking about her and her kids, and then they were able to pin who she was almost, that, a lot of people start calling her for scams. So I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. So she goes, no, we don't fall for it. But their kids, they have, what is it, almost 11,000? I think that was a few months ago. I was like, 11,000 in 11,000 ounces of silver.
Well, I will say I like Johnny Walker's question, Pimp. Read this question. Do we have crypto, gold, and silver before they go through the roof? I would say weeks. I would say after the reinstatement, because all the currencies, in my opinion, are going together. I would say it would be pretty quick afterwards. Well, gold and silver are already going up right now, and crypto is also having a bull run. It had a bull run, then it dropped. You know what I mean? But it's all gonna go up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so I would say pretty quick. So I would
No,
say
I tell you, I did
diversify pretty quick.
stock watch. I've created now 3 different fictitious portfolios, and every one of them have made over $300,000. Which my friend, he this what he does for a living, he's like, how the hell are you choosing your stock? I go, I don't have like they do. Don't get me wrong. They choose hundreds. They build a portfolio. Me, I just choose X amount that I like, and I'm good at it. I told everybody about it. Did you just did it again? I just seen the puggy lips. I just seen you do it. Anyways, I told everybody buy Nvidia. It did a 10-to-1 stock split, and SMCI, and it did a 10-to-1 stock split. My friend said, dude, how did you know? I go, I don't know. I just know that you have to read about the stocks, you have to read about the companies. And nothing's gonna beat Nvidia. Come on now. But their stock keeps taking off and they're doing better and better. But anyways, so don't get me wrong, I've gotten lucky. My friend said no luck is getting 1 or 2 stocks, not every fucking one of them. But okay, fine. I've done good.
Bro, I'm just telling you, like this shit goes. I'm like gonna buy a shit ton of gold and silver
Yes.
immediately, bro. Crypto, real estate, just and like as I said, I already have investments and I already made money off the ISX. And by the way, guys, it was Pimpy that started talking about the ISX. Let's just make that
Oh yeah.
clear. It wasn't the fake military that the fake prophet talks about. Okay, so let's just make that clear. It was Pimpy that
No, I
started
started in
talking about
2019.
right.
I told people about it, but then the company that we're working with closed it to the public. You know what I mean? And then
But
that
yeah,
was a
look,
few
like
years, and then they reopened it. I told her, you guys, they're reopening. Now's the time. So I don't know what that means. Like fake military. What the fake is military? What about them?
Yeah, they said that they were the ones that first talked about getting people to invest in the ISX. No, it was you. You were the one that gave the number. You were the one that talked about whys. You were the one. It was you, because you were the one that told me about it. You know what I mean, and helped me out. And guys, like I'm telling you, like he helped me out, and I got involved, and I made money. Do you know what I mean? So I would really look at it, because once they change the rate, you got to realize that that stock exchange is going to be closed to the public. You are not going to be able to buy
No,
any
they're closed
share.
now. Like for
Oh,
that,
that's it?
not the stock exchange, but our group is now closed to the public. You can't invest in it no more. So what happens is, like I said, we're literally getting there, sweetie, on the ground floor.
That's
Iraq
what I'm
is
saying. That's like somebody
rebuilding.
with Bitcoin, the same shit. Like it
Yeah,
was worth nothing. They got on it on the ground. Now they're like ridiculously rich. Like, you know what I mean? You want to get on these things at the ground level. And like what I was going to ask you, can you tell people how they get involved in it now? Like, because I want to see, like, for my people personally, you know, and I'm sure you want your viewers,
my group right now is closed.
but
Now there
how
might
could they
there,
do it without the group?
oh, I don't know. Let me dig into it a little bit more, then we'll do another video, okay? Because
Yeah.
I just belong to one group. I knew about this back in 2019. We spoke about this. I did a lot of research. I mean, I dug into this crap, and I was like, wait a minute, you guys, this is like literally pennies on a dollar for stock. It's crazy. You should invest in this. And they give out dividends. I was like, this is the rest of your life. Until you sell those stocks, you just hold on to them. You get paid maybe once every 3 months, once every, twice a year. Each dividend is different. This is money you get. You know what I mean? It's like getting a. So it's like when people said, "Pimpy, how many ounces of silver should I have?" And I did a video saying, "Look, this is the average money you get from Social Security." People said, "This is the money I want to have." I said, "You're going to need X amount of ounces per month to have to sell so that you can live beyond comfortable." It's not that.
And
It's not. It's only a couple thousand of ounces of silver. You know what I mean? That's the rest of your life. Your Social Security plus your silver, and you can sell those silver, most gold and silver places, and it's not taking in consideration the rise of the value of gold and silver. So I said, look, you can sell 3, 4 ounces of silver on top of what you already get. Live comfortably. If you're doing generational wealth transfer, then you don't touch the gold and silver. You transfer it to your kids. You know what I mean? Educate them on what they do with it. That's called wealth transfer. That's for people who are fine and they can live off of what they make. You know what I mean? And there's no panic, there's no stress. So then, if that's the case, then you build your generational wealth, pass it on to your kids, educate them, keep adding to it. That's how these rich people get freaking rich, man. You understand me? They have these things. One of the best lessons I ever learned is I have tons of friends or they're literally millionaires. And I was talking one time, I said, you guys must have huge bank accounts, like millions of dollars in it. They were laughing. I said, what are you guys laughing about? He goes, are you serious? We don't keep money in the bank. I said, what? He said, Pimpy, are you serious? You don't know? And I go, stop screwing me. You guys don't have no money in your account. They're like, we have enough to cover our bills, but we don't keep money in the bank. We don't trust the banks. So we
right,
have
because at any moment they could do a bail-in and you're fucked. Like, what are
yeah,
you gonna do?
painties, collectible cars, collectible cards, gold, silver. They don't have their money in a bank. And I said, what? This was a huge eye opener for me. This is when I first was learning about shit. I'm in my early 20s. I learned this. I was like, wow. I didn't. He goes, we don't trust the banks. And look what happened. I don't know if you guys remember this. So in the 2008, 2009 real estate market crash, it took everybody's retirements. They had to go back to work. Why? Because they had all their shit in their freaking their stock and IRS, and it just tanked. It killed them. They had money in the bank account. They took it. They took all their money, and they had to work all over again. The people who didn't have to work all over again are the people who invested into collectibles, gold, silver. They had their money outside of the system. That's why I tell people, when you invest money, gold and silver takes you outside of the system. You know what I mean? And so when I look at Bitcoin, the more I learn about it, I'm still not huge fan of cryptocurrencies, but I'm also smart enough to tell you guys that, look, you should invest a little bit just in case. And I look and I'm on my fictitious portfolio. I have Bitcoin. I have Ethereum. As a matter of fact, when I first bought into Bitcoin,
I
it was
wish you
30.
would get XRP and XLM and XDC and H bar. I wish you would listen to me because I listen to you.
No, you didn't
So
see the video when I had over
I know when
60,
you totally
70,000 XRP and XLM.
I know. I wanted to kill you. He had all this XRP that he sold. I wanted to strangle him. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing?
So, but
So,
even so, and so when I was buying into in my fictitious portfolio, Bitcoin was $36,000, sweetie. $36,000. Where's that at now? 118.
yeah, it's
And
crazy.
Ethereum was like, I think $147. It's like over 3,000. I made more money off Ethereum. I was disappointed because I was expecting to go higher. I just never
Well,
did.
I'm gonna have I'm sponsored by Caleb and Brown. It's a big crypto brokerage out of Australia. Actually, my manager from there is gonna come on and answer a lot of questions about crypto and how to invest in it.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? And so like I think you should be on that show. I might bring him on with you. And he's actually really, really smart and has a lot of information. So that's coming up on my channel too. So but what dates should we be watching? I'm watching every day, Pete. Hey, how are you? I'm watching every day. Um, are you
This is
smart
actually a
enough?
good question.
Hold on. So are you smart enough to hold your stock certificates to yourself? That is a really good question. You
No,
want to answer
the
that?
group does. You have
Mm.
okay. The reason why you ask this question is because just because you say you're invested in stock, that don't mean shit. If you don't have the certificates, it's like we tell people when it comes to gold and silver, people are like, "Well, I'm investing in gold and silver." Really? Do you physically have it? No. Unless you physically have it, you don't own it. The same thing with the stock certificates. So the group has those. Okay. Good question. Same thing.
Is Pimpy, do you see Keisha Mitchell on there? Any questions from her? She had some questions. She's one of my mods, and Robin is one of my mods too. Keisha Mitchell.
Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
My son is on here too.
Who's your son?
Say Nick. Say see. If, my son says hi, mom. He will.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Nick. Say hi, mom, and I'll know this. If he jumps on there, I'll see it right now. I guess there's a little bit of a delay, but I will.
I have mine. Hi, Gurka. How are you? Yes. Say what's up to Keisha and Robin. They're my mods.
Yeah, if they chime in, I'll let you know, sweetie.
And yeah, but I think that we're in a really good place, and I think with Mr. T being in office is moved things a lot further along. You know what I mean? And a lot quicker. And basically, I think that this sanction that he just did, and him basically telling Sudani, you're not coming to America, is going to push them to make a move quick because
Yeah,
they don't want
the
to lose.
sanctions ain't gonna affect them.
Yeah, it's not going to ruin anything. And, oh, here she is. Hey, hey.
Oh, look at her all
No,
dolled up. She looks good.
yeah, well, my friends are all beautiful. Let's not get that twisted.
Let's
Hold
see. Do
on.
I know any of your friends? I might have dated some of your friends.
Yeah,
I
you
believe
did
one of them I did.
years ago, and she happens to be quite hot. You know what I mean? But
This is a small world. We found out, by the way.
I know she's just like, oh my God,
Tell
Pimpy,
everybody
like
who we're talking about.
Kendra Wilkinson.
She's from was it the girls next door?
Yeah, she used to date Hugh Hefner. But hold on, let's answer Keisha's question. So, do
Yeah.
you think the sanctions will slow things down or push us further? Push us further is my answer. What do
Yeah,
you
I don't
think?
think they're slowed down. They're nothing significant against the United States. You know what I mean? I just don't see that happening.
It's going to move things faster, in my opinion. It's going to push Iraq. They don't want to ruin their relationship with America. They need the USA too much for that to happen. And I think Trump is doing this way because they're just playing games. Hi, Pimpy and Marina Cole. That's Robin. Hi. Do you have any questions? Vietnam, as I think the tariffs too, I think is pushing things along very quickly for Indonesia and Vietnam.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi. Hey, Pimpy, look at that with hearts. Oh, okay. All
Hey
right, all
now.
right.
No, you know what?
uh,
You know, me and you spoke about this. I told people that I was thinking about doing about becoming a nomad, and a lot of people are like, "What does that mean, Pimpy?" I go, "So nomads.
yeah, you
So
were trying to get me to do it.
yeah, look, people should think about this. We make money doing videos. Okay, comes in. But you can live overseas, like unbelievable. Like overseas is really inexpensive. What are you laughing about, Dork?
Yeah, like $100 in this like apartment in Japan you showed
No,
me. I
no,
was
look
like,
at this
what the
lady. She was
fuck?
showing me like she's like, look at this Pimpy. It's $12,000 a year. I go for what? She goes 5 bedroom, 3 story house. Her and all her kids from the UK. I'm like, holy crap, man. She's like, this how much? And with the food and stuff, they asked for a garden, room for a garden, and they let them grow their own food. I was like, now I ain't that crazy. I'm just, it's something I'm thinking about. But there's already a group of friends I have out there. You know what I mean? A group of friends that I have out there. They're already doing this. So like, we're gonna walk you through. So no, man, just come out there, Pimpy, and see the world. I'm like, I'm still young enough to do it before I get too old.
Hold on. Hey, RV Jackpot. This question is more for Pimpy. How much gold and silver should we buy? How much gold and silver should they buy?
So, okay, so I did a video talking about what is the right amount of silver, not gold. If you want to buy gold, it's good, but silver is what you're gonna need. Depends on how comfortable you want to live. I did one where you can sell and get $700 a month. You can sell and get 700 on top of what you're getting for your Social Security. Now that's living very comfortable, very very comfortable. Okay, but for some people, they're like, look, if I get an extra 300, 400, you only need X amount of silver. I did a video on it. It is just come to my list. You'll see on there, you guys. I did a video talk about how much silver do I need to retire, and I just lay everything out for people who are elderly, people who get put on Social Security. So this way you're not stuck. And it's not as much as you think, believe it or not. It's like 3,000, 3,500 ounces of silver to retire on.
I
And
just want to see people, I want people to understand that what's happening right now, it's a blessing from God, and I don't hear from God and I don't claim to hear from God, but I'm very spiritual, just like you are, Pimpy. And I want to help people. I want this to help people. I want people that are not, that are struggling right now to actually be able to live life, to travel, to make their dreams come true and realize that this is a blessing. Do you know what I mean? Treat it as such. Help people. Do you know what I mean? And make sure you guys are, you know, setting yourself up to live life. You only have one life. And like I always said, getting cancer, you realize a lot of things. And you only have one life. So do it right. And you understand what I'm saying? And this is a blessing, and I want to see everybody, just be wealthy, be happy, be comfortable. And that's what I want to say. There's another question. And Keisha asked how much silver is a good amount to buy.
yeah, that's what Kelly's saying here.
Uh-huh.
Kelly's saying that the Terry Seca, the CEO of Cornerstone Metals, said that 2,000 ounces a person. That's roughly what I said in the video. You guys, I literally did a video, so feel free to go to my website and just click it on and go check it out. Hear what I have to say. It doesn't take very much, believe it or not. So this is for people who are not trying to do generational wealth. These are for people that want to live comfortably in their golden years. You know what I mean? It doesn't take very much at all to do this. You just sell X amount of ounces of silver on top of what you get from Social Security, and you live really good. It's a good video. You guys go check it out.
Yeah, check out Pimpy's site. I mean, he's got a lot of good information on there. So
Like,
let's
not
take.
everybody agrees with what I'm saying because I don't always say what people want to hear. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But everybody has the right to their opinion. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you've made it quite clear to a lot of individuals that if they want to come and speak to you and debate you, you're more than they're more than welcome to do it, but nobody seems to be doing it yet. So I mean, it is what it is. Hold on, let's
No,
read
when I
these
first had
from.
my other channel, just so you guys understand, I had another channel like 90,000 subscribers. I would challenge everybody in the Dinar community. I'd say I'd give you $5,000, $10,000 if you can come on and beat me in a debate. Nobody, no Frank, you know what I mean? No fucking eyelashes herself, Snuffleupagus. There was no, no militiaman. There was none of these people. None of them took me. They swore up and down they know, but none of them would come on my channel and debate me because I just kicked the crap right out of them. That's how much I study this shit. I literally study it, and I have been for years. And that's
Hold
why
on.
we don't always see eye to eye. But I'm just saying.
Hold on, pimps. Let's answer a few more questions because we're in a time constraint here.
Mhm.
Robin, Pimpy, and Marina Cole, what are good annuities to buy? Do you think they're a safe investment? That's a question for Pimpy.
No, Me for gold and silver is always the best ones to be into, just because there's always a demand for them. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of cryptocurrencies, but I'm not stupid. I say to people, look, if you're going to invest in it, invest into Bitcoin. Right now, we're watching
XRP.
Bitcoin and Ethereum. But Trump's thing about the whole cryptocurrency isn't just about Bitcoin. It's about cryptocurrencies in general. You being able to use them freely anywhere. You guys got
Right,
to
the
read the whole
Genius
thing is
Act that
about.
they just passed.
Melanie said that. Well, don't listen to Melanie. Snuffle up against
Yeah, because Sam, in my opinion, it is here. So, and I'm not. Please don't ever compare me to that whatever
snuffle up
that is.
against. Here's that
Right.
comedian. He had sunglasses on. He's
I
like, you
didn't.
recently,
Hold on. People, he says, when it's a lie, you're hurting people. In my opinion, it's not a lie, and in my opinion, that's how I feel. So
you're
for
just
you
sharing
to
your opinion.
right, for you to say that, and for me to say what I say, I hear it. I have sources that I get my information from. Okay, hold on. A friend from the IRS. So Sam, thanks. And I apologize if I hurt your feelings, but I expressed my opinion based on what I was told.
No, no. So as far as IRS, not the IRS. If you guys want to go after snuffle up against, it's the SEC. Because what she's doing, she's claiming, literally claiming to be a financial advisor, which she's
And
not.
she's charging people for
Yeah,
that.
she's charging, which you can on the internet. If you don't have a license, you're only allowed to work with 3 clients, 3 maximum. She's beyond that. She's been ripping people off now, and then people have done, they take her information and check it against what's on the internet. So she's taking shit from what do you call
The
it?
tax
The
strategies
tax
and
people.
the
Who
debt
are they?
consolidation. QED did videos on that.
Yeah,
Exactly
I
where
love
she's getting it
Q by
from.
the way. He's a great guy.
I
But
know he is.
we find out that she's stealing the information from other people's website and selling it off like God gave her this info. God didn't give her nothing, but God's gonna give her a bitch slap here real soon. Trust me.
Downloaded it on her. But any final Pimpy your show? Put silver in my list years ago. XRP I bought at 40 cents as well. So Benjamin, you must have made money because XRP just had a bull run. That's good. That's
No, look, a
good.
lot of people are hitting me up. They're like, Pimpy, I've been with you since the beginning. Thank God you told me about silver. I bought silver and it went way up. I was like, yeah, I know this. Look, people are like, how can you don't charge for this information? No, no.
Why charge people? That's what I don't understand.
You
Why
can come here and get
charge
it from me.
people
Don't go to
for
no
what?
Patreon group. You know, nothing you're gonna learn in Patreon group that I won't give you for free. Okay, you
Like,
guys,
what's the point of
Patreon
charging
group or
people?
nothing
Like,
like that. You know, look, I talked to talking to currency with a twist. You know, and Carl. He's like,
mm.
we gotta find a way to get militia man. I was like, look, I don't have anything against militia man. I don't. I just don't like the way he does the information. We won't see eye to eye. But he looks like the kind of guy if we sat back and had beers together, we'll have a good time. We would.
Oh yeah, I think you and him. I actually think as much as you guys bicker and stuff, I think like if you guys were at a bar, you guys would get along. Because I'll tell you what, he's a
Wait,
great
wait. First of
person.
all, it's funny you said that because everybody go, yeah, Dad. If you want to get along with Pimpy, it's got to be in the bar.
Shut up. But what I'm saying is, like, he is a really great person. And I'm going to say about Frank, too. Frank, and I know you respected his, and you knew his father, and you respected his father
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I really respect Frank 26 a lot. Like, he was the reason I got into the whole Dinar thing. And, like, I really look up to him. And do you know what I mean? I do love Frank. I gotta put that out there. I love Frank. Do you know what I mean? So hold on, pay me 100 an hour and I'll be
And
your financial.
I respect Frank's family. That's good to go. So is this pay me $100 an hour and a financial advisor? I'll put my credentials up against any guru. There's Tommy is a credential. Look at Tommy. So what you're saying is you're a credentialed financial advisor.
Are
That's
you a
51,
fiduciary, financial advisor, fiduciary?
huh?
Is he a fiduciary financial advisor?
Good question, Tommy. You want to respond?
Hi, by the way.
Yeah, I love when real financial advisors come on. The funny thing is they go, oh, we'll compete like secretly. We'll compete on the my stock watch. They go, this is freaking what? I go, you kicking ass. Yeah, like I do my research, but I'm not out there trying to do. But financial advisors, man, they're dealing with huge, You know what I mean? Like portfolios. So Jason wants to know about the Vietnam Dong. Look, they don't
Hi,
have
Jason. Hi, Jason. Hi.
yeah, they
Kids,
don't have
how do you
nothing like nothing at all like Iraq has to go through. There's no
they're
restrictions.
done. They're
They're
done.
fun.
They just have to flip the switch and change the rate. That's it. Melanie says that crap. I hate her. You shouldn't say things unless you're 100%. Too many people lean on your input. I was so overjoyed no longer. Well, you should still be overjoyed, Sam, because this is happening. Like, this is happening. And look, we got Pimpy, who's a legend. He's a legend, is now telling you that this is extremely close. Like, Pimpy, for Pimpy to say that, that means so much to me personally. So you should be excited. You should be excited, okay? Because Pimpy's not a hyper, Pimpy's not a bullshit artist, and it is what it is. So I'm excited, and Pimpy's excited, and everybody should be excited. So I'm sorry that you were overjoyed and you no longer are. You should be, in my opinion, because very, very good things are coming very, very quickly.
No, what we got to watch for is how this turns out. I got to get this damn thing off my face, man. There we go. There, I can see. You guys, look, my thing is, I don't want to blow smoke up people's ass. I don't do that. I'm just saying there is a chance it can happen one way. There's a chance it can happen the other. We all can all
But
cross
it's
our fingers.
happening. But it's happening. That's the point. It's happening. Just admit it, pimp. It's happening. Please.
Well, of
So
course
I
it's
can
happening, but people say it's never
thank
going to
you.
RV, and I go, "What do you mean?" The dinar, I go, it's actually revalued 3 times in the last 5 years. Like, huh?
That's
It's
why I love you, because I can get you to admit, because I think it's because you love me. I'm like your sister.
a little bit. You
And
guys remember how we first met? I had to make fun of her because she
I
talked
know, and
shit
now
about
I'm like
me.
his little baby sister.
Just so you
But
understand that most people, when they first meet me, they're like talking shit, and I hear about it, and I go, "What?" And then I blast their ass on YouTube, and they're like, "Whoa, what the shit?" And people go, don't
and
talk
then
shit about Pimpy.
Nader's like, you guys are gonna be the best of friends. And yeah, we're very, very tight. So I have a lot of respect for Pimpy, and this was very fun. Do you think we'll see it in August, in your opinion?
When we talk about the Iraqi dinar, I think you're going to see it as soon as their system, the central bank digital currency. Now, understand that when the central bank digital currency is set up, that's fine over in Iraq. That doesn't mean we have to have the CBDC. We just take our currency in and exchange it. But I'm going to advise people, you probably don't want to jump on the first thing they offer you, because we know even if they delete the zeros, let's go to the negative route that people think are negative. Let's say they delete the zeros, then we're already starting off with 76 cents is what they're talking about. 76 cents per dinar. Okay? That's after you take the 3 zeros off. I would not jump on that. Me, I'm going to sit back and wait, because my anticipation is it's going to go up.
Supply and demand is going to
Yeah,
cause it
I
to
think
go
it's
up.
gonna. I think it has. Now, I'm not trying to mislead people, but it has the potential to go back where it was at $3 per dinar. Then you're gonna see me go running into the bank and go, "Here, I'm cashing in mine. Sure, the
And you're
zeros
going
off.
to Vegas to.
Snort
Yeah, I'm
coke
not.
off hookers' asses."
You're so stupid.
I'm just kidding.
Be careful what you
No,
say before.
what was it? Oh yeah, it was Bill. Remember Bill Maher said, "What are you gonna do? Go to Vegas and snort coke off hookers' asses?" And I was like, "I gotta steal that." All right, so this show is almost over. See, Pimpy, walk me through how you're interacting
We're
with.
going to do all that once it happens.
No, I'm not
Well,
interacting with banks. I already went to my bank manager years ago and told him, "How do we do this?" He said, "When it happens, just come in. We do the change. That's how it works." So we'll get more into detail later. But look, you guys, this thing only allows us 1 hour, just so you're aware. We're at 58 minutes and 45 seconds. So my apology, but we need to do this again, obviously. All right,
yes, we're going to
obviously.
have, we're going to take more
How many of you
questions.
people want to put a one in there if you want to see us do this again?
And did you guys like the stream? Let us know real quick in the comments. What are they saying?
No, no, no. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Didn't say that.
Oh,
I'm just teasing.
is this better than watching fake eyelashes drunk cursing out her dogs?
This is what we're seeing going across the screen right now.
One.
That's good. It's going. It's
One.
going. It's going. Yep, that's what you
How
want.
many people we got watching?
377 at the moment.
Okay.
But that's not how many people have viewed it. There's people who jump off, jump on, jump off, jump off. Look,
So
we
I
love
want to
having
see,
you
did you
guys. I'm
guys like
sorry
it?
because somebody said, Pimpy, you used to do 3 videos a day. I go, I know. Do 3 videos a day. Because I did. I quickly became the biggest YouTuber for Dinar. I had almost 90,000 subscribers until they freaking cut me off. Anyways, and then they're like, you need to go back to doing that. Okay, I know you guys. I got a lot of other personal crap going on, but I just wanted you guys to know that. Anyways, I love you, Maria. Thank you, sweetie, for coming
Love
back
you
on.
too. And thanks for this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys soon. I'll talk to
Okay,
you soon, Pimp.
all right.
Thanks for this. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.